Hello and welcome to the Restaurant Show here on CW57. My name's Ryan Ashker, asking you to stay tuned. Today we have some great guests, including the Green Owl Cafe, Max, and the State Fair, who brought along cream puffs. All that and much more. Stay tuned. It's the Restaurant Show here on CW57. Hello and welcome back to the Restaurant Show. Right now I'm really excited. I'm joined by Kathleen O'Leary from the Wisconsin State Fair, Director of Marketing and Communications, and it is fair time again, which means cream puffs.
Cream puffs, 400,000 plus cream puffs. Can you imagine? 400,000 cream puffs are sold over the course of the 11-day event.
I think I only added like 4 last year, so 400,000 is an insane amount. So with the cream puff, that's kind of the big one. There's so much food out there, but the cream puff, that's what you guys are really famous for, the Wisconsin cream puff.
It truly is our signature food item, there's no question. I mean, with 584 different foods, this one certainly stands out. 91 years of tradition. Obviously, the Wisconsin State Fair is steeped in tradition, and this is certainly very iconic for us. And the interesting part about the cream puff 91 years ago is that it was really the Department of Ag coming together and saying, as the agricultural showcase in Wisconsin, let's figure something out that really can do this. And obviously being a dairy state, and at that time also very big in wheat, this is how it all came to really be, with the cream and the eggs and the wheat and the puff. So here you go, 91 years of tradition in front of you.
So it really was just a culmination of all these things Wisconsin is good at coming together in one that's become a staple of the state.
And one dairy delicacy.
Oh my goodness, that's something I didn't know. I guarantee you guys didn't know that either. You're learning stuff today. Now tell us, when we go out to the fair, starting up here very soon, where can we go and where can we get the cream puffs when we're out there?
Okay, so the cream puffs, we want to maximize every opportunity for people to get the cream puffs. There's no question about that. So certainly at the original cream puff parlor, our pavilion, which is located right in the heart of the park, not only back to the tradition is that you can actually watch. If you get the cream puff from the pavilion, you can watch along the line how it's all made. And that's a vision from 91 years ago, because that's the original building. That being said, you can get them there. There's also a walk-up window, so after hours you can also get them from that building. We have 2 remote locations by 2 very high traffic gates. And then we have the 6-packs that you see in front of you. We also have 3-packs. And then for the viewers, but if you're heading towards the Milwaukee area, you can call in advance. So we actually have a drive-through where you can call 414-266-7111, pre-order, pick them up prior to us opening our gates from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. You're a hero. You go to your kids' playground group, you go to work, you go to church, and you have cream puffs, and they're everybody's best friend.
A cream puff drive-through. That's something I haven't heard about. I'm not sharing if I go to the cream puff drive-through. Those are all mine. Now, talking about the fair, as you said, there's so many different food items. The cream puff's just the big one. What's maybe some of the new things we can look forward to out there this year?
You know what? Back to being steeped in tradition, we always like to keep those things that people have come to love over the 164 years, always weaved in with something new and exciting. So I would say that you'd be interested. I mean, I don't know that you would really think that you were going to go to the Wisconsin State Fair and see sea lions now, would you?
No.
We will have Sea Lion Splash. It's on the south end of Grandstand Avenue. There's 3 shows a day, and these are the most curious little critters, and they're so smart. But what's nice, if you are not able to catch a show, the trainers are out there. They talk about the marine life, about the habitat. Again, back to what we love about the fair: participation and education. We're always trying to subtly educate while we entertain.
And you could really go out there every day and probably still not see everything the fair has to offer.
200 acres, over 8,000 animals, over 750 commercial vendors that are selling everything under the sun that you never knew you needed. Didn't know it existed, but I bet you'll go home with it.
Always do. Always
salsa makers, mops, you know.
Now, one of the things we're concerned about here on the restaurant show is the food. And there's so much great food at the fair. From the cream puffs to the cheese curds, which are a staple. I know a couple years ago the chocolate-covered bacon was a big thing on the stick. What are some of the new things out there this year as far as food goes?
Well, we have over 100 new foods. So that adds to the overall 500 plus foods.
Oh,
so there are 100. it takes you everywhere you want to go. Would you like a 50-50 burger that's 50% ground beef and 50% bacon? Would you like Euro balls that are everything but the pita? So you have the Euro meat, but they're actually in a ball, and then you have the great Greek sauce. I could take you to the hot mess brownie, which is all kinds of sweetness. Yeah. So that's good. So it's amazing. Everything is on our website at wistatefair.com. Literally, it has its own home for all of the new foods, all of the existing foods, and all of the foods on the stick. And we also have gluten-friendly foods.
Gluten-friendly foods. You had me at burger and bacon.
There you go. We got a lot of burgers. We got a lot of bacon.
And the Sporkies. Tell us a little bit about what the Sporkies is. That's something I haven't heard of yet either.
It is our Sporky competition. Obviously, spork, spork. So that's good. Everybody sometimes look at us and they're like, "What is a spork?" It is our third year of doing this.
Okay.
So we challenge our vendors and our concessionaires to take it to an entirely different level. And they do. We had 34 entries. We narrowed them down to 8. And these 8 finalists, again, range from everything from the bacon bottom porker pizza to the beer battered pretzel coated deep fried cheese curds to the cheesy smoked Gouda Sidewinder fries to the churro sundae to the deep fried pretzel crusted brownies on a stick to those Euro meatballs I talked about a little bit before to the party hard dessert or the Wisconsin cone.
Okay.
There you have it.
Is there any way I can become a judge for this competition?
We can work on that. We do have the celebrity judging, so we can talk about that for next year. But it will take place in the Bank Mutual Amphitheater on August 12th. On Wednesday, August 12th at 11 o'clock, we will be judging, and those finalists will be narrowed down, and we will have a winner of the 3rd annual Sporkies at the Wisconsin State Fair.
That's going to be something to check out. That's a lot of great food, and that's going to be hard just to judge that down to find a winner.
It's actually, that is so much of the fun. And we also have a fairgoer's favorite. So if you go on the website, you can get all the details. But if you're going to be at the fair, you can actually, via social media, say which one of those 8 finalists that you feel, and then we're going to have a fairgoer's favorite.
And one of the great things with the fair that they've always done is there's always different little tips or tricks or ideas or discounts to get in. What are some of those things our viewers can take advantage of this year to get into the fair and try some of this great food and see some of the shows?
We profess affordability. We pride ourselves on being one of the most affordable entertainment venues in the state of Wisconsin. On opening day is probably one of our most aggressive. If you come in on August 6th, when we open our gates at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you just simply bring in 2 non-perishable food items or a monetary donation of $2 or more, you'll get into the Wisconsin State Fair for $2. $2 from 8 o'clock in the morning when we open our gates to 4 o'clock. On Monday, August 10th, we also have an aggressive promotion with our friends at Kohl's. Adults will get in for $5, and children 11 and under will get in for free from 8 o'clock in the morning until 6. Wow. And then we round out and close the fair on August 16th and saying thanks to our military and to our veterans and to the personnel that are serving our country or have served our country. If you show your military ID, not only does the veteran or the military personnel get in for free, but up to 3 people. So 4 people will get in for free. We dedicate the entire Wisconsin State Fair to our military, our parade, our memorial service. So that's how we round it out. Again, website, wistatefair.com. Under deals and discounts, everything is there for you, so plan your trip accordingly.
wistatefair.com. Check it out. I'm going to check out these cream puffs because we're running out of time. Kathleen, thank you so much for joining us here on The Restaurant Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll be right back after this. Coming up next on The Restaurant Show, Max stops by. Hello and welcome back to The Restaurant Show. I'm very excited right now because who doesn't love macaroni and cheese? It's our friend Nick from Max. How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you again.
Welcome back, and I see we have a great, well, you can't have anything bad. I mean, it's cheese, noodles, but that guy's got me. I think we have some buffalo chicken here, so I'm assuming we're gonna start with the buffalo chicken mac.
You got it, yeah. Today we're gonna feature our buffalo chicken mac, which is number 8 on our menu. A very popular dish, one of my personal favorites too. Just like you, when I see the red buffalo sauce on the chicken, I know what I'm in for, and I'm pretty happy about it. So,
number 8 in the menu, number 1 in my heart.
I like that. Yeah, just like any of our other macs, we'll start off with our skillet full of our elbow macaroni noodles. We'll add some nice, thick, creamy homemade cheese sauce to that. We'll make sure we spread that around. We'll get that old container out of there. And we want to just spread it and get a nice coat over all of the macaroni inside the skillet. That's why we have the nice ridge ridges on the elbows because it likes to hold the cheese a little bit better.
And it gives you a nice even taste all the way through, so every bite's as good as the last.
Absolutely, that's exactly what we're going for. The featured cheese on the buffalo chicken is provolone.
Ooh,
So we'll just top a little bit, cover the top with that provolone. It's going to give it that nice strong taste if you're a provolone fan. If you're not and you're still interested in the buffalo chicken, you can always sub it out for some of our different cheese options. But this is just kind of the one we feature on the menu.
And that's the normal one. If you go somewhere or get a pizza, even they'll use provolone with buffalo chicken because it's a nice offset with the heat.
Yep, and you'll see that kind of with some of the garnishes we put on there at the end. Then, like all of our macs, we'll just top a little bit with our garlic breadcrumbs. And then, featured item, our buffalo chicken that we cook, slice, and sauce all by ourselves right in house. Get a nice topping on that.
So with that, I know I'm really big into spicy foods. Put anything you can think of on there. I'm sure you are too. How spicy is it? Because not everyone can really handle that high level of heat.
Yeah, out of our 12 specialty macs, we have about 4 of them that are more on the spicy end of the spectrum. We have a jalapeno popper mac. We have a taco mac, which has some pico de gallo inside of it.
Okay.
So that gives it a nice kick on that. And then a chipotle chicken mac, along with the buffalo. So about 1/3 of our menu, about a third of our menu items has got a little extra kick to it. Buffalo's kind of in the middle there. It's probably not quite as spicy as the jalapeno popper with all the diced jalapenos on the inside, but it's probably a little bit more spicy than the taco mac or the chipotle chicken.
So it has a lot of flavor, and it'll just give you a nice little kick to kind of top it.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, there's a lot of stuff to offset it. We'll see that when it comes out of the oven here and we get some of our garnishes on top.
Sounds good.
So we'll just put that in the oven. And then again, as it comes out,
That was quick.
yes, and the skillet's not even hot to my hand. We have a nice crispy crust. The provolone cheese and the breadcrumbs crisped up, gets it a nice crust on the top. And then after it comes out of the oven, we'll just add first our extra layer, a little buffalo sauce. And again, too, if it's a little too spicy, you can always option to not get the extra buffalo sauce on the top. And then garnish it with a little bit of blue cheese crumble on the top. And then a couple pieces of celery. And it's ready to go.
Look at that. That looks fantastic. So maybe even instead of the extra buffalo sauce, you could go with a ranch or something like that.
Yeah.
Almost to make it like a buffalo wing mac and cheese.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that either take off the buffalo sauce and substitute it with ranch, or else they'll just add it in addition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this looks absolutely fantastic. And then we still have time. You brought something else, and with, all right, we got bacon. BLT something I'm going to go
You
with.
got it. Lettuce, tomato, bacon.
Okay.
It's our BLT wedge. Pretty simple, but very delicious. Very popular. It's our best-selling wedge that we have. A lot of people with our wedges, they'll either order it as their main meal, they might order it as a side, they might order it as an appetizer to split with their group. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of iceberg lettuce in there. We'll top it off. Nice layer of bacon, the B in the BLT, of course.
One of the favorite ingredients of the restaurant show. Bacon on anything makes it better.
Yep, and then we got some tomato wedges on there. And then you get your choice of dressing. I just brought ranch, again, to kind of go with the buffalo chicken mac as well. But then you can either get it on the side or we can just lightly drizzle on the top. And then it's ready to go. Like I said, as a side, as an entree, something to go, something to share, however people want to do it.
And one of the ideas I really like when you visit Max, and you touched on it too, is get 2 separate dishes, split them in half, and split it with who you go there with, and then you get 2 great different flavors. So you don't necessarily get sick of the one, but you get a lot of good kind of different things. Now with that, you mentioned it could be a side. What other sides do you have, or what are some other things we can get along with it?
Some other options, again, if you're up for sharing, if you're up for splitting, or just trying something different aside from the macaroni, we have our 12 mac and cheese dishes, buffalo chicken being one of them. We have 3 wedge salads. This is the BLT wedge as we talked about. We also have a garden wedge, which just features some of your garden variety vegetables, and then a taco wedge.
Sure.
And then we also have 6 specialty melts or grilled cheese sandwiches. For instance, we have a buffalo chicken melt, very delicious. If you're into the buffalo chicken mac, I'm sure you'd enjoy that. Maybe change it up and get a grilled cheese sandwich. And we also have homemade desserts, cheesecake and chocolate cake, and with a rotating featured cheesecake every month or so.
See, I I love the mac and cheese. I haven't gone to the grilled cheese yet, so we're gonna have to try that next time we come in there. And now that it's summer, people are thinking about nice things to go out, do, have some fun. So maybe instead of just stopping at the Sun Prairie location, you have another one as well that people might be able to hit on vacation.
Yeah, absolutely. If people in the area are going up to the Wisconsin Dells area, we're right downtown Wisconsin Dells. That's our first original location, right on the main strip, just in a popular tourist destination area. If you look it up on our website, easy directions. But yeah, it's the same menu, same concept, same great service and quality, just in a different location.
So you go up there with the kids, you're not sure what they're gonna want to eat. There's so many different restaurants up there. All kids love mac and cheese, so we can stop at Mac's and get that on vacation as well, or right here at home, run up to Sun Prairie and get that too. Also want to be sure, with summer going on, a lot of different events. They do catering, they do a great job with it, so check them out. Nick, thank you so much for stopping by the restaurant show.
You bet, thank you.
Nick's over at Mac's, make sure you give them a look. I would try this one, the Buffalo Mac. Looks great. We'll be right back with more of the restaurant show in just a bit.
Coming up next on the restaurant show, Jenny from the Green Owl Cafe and a special celebrity guest. Hello and welcome back to the restaurant show. Right now I'm very excited because we have our friend Jenny Capillaro here from the Green Owl Cafe. What do we have cooking today?
Hi Ryan, it's good to be back. We're a vegetarian restaurant, and and currently we're the only vegetarian restaurant in town.
Yeah, that actually surprises a lot of people, especially with the way Madison is, that you're the only one.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a college town, a liberal mid-sized city, so we kind of expect there would be more, but we're happy to provide vegetarian meals and cocktails and for all of our vegetarian customers. But sometimes once in a while I meet a person who thinks that they're not a vegetarian, so the Green Owl is a place that's not for them.
And that's actually not the case at all. I'm nowhere near a vegetarian, but the food you guys bring in, I learned about you from doing the show here, but the food is fantastic and you have some really good drinks as well. So you do not have to be a vegetarian to go there. They have great food.
Totally true. So, but once in a while, like I said, once in a while we get a person who just is a little bit like mystified by vegetarian food in general. So we thought we would demystify vegetarian food a little bit and show you some of our ingredients.
Sounds good. So what are you going to show us today then?
Okay, well, we're going to show you one of the vegetarian foods that unfortunately has kind of a not so pretty name. It's called seitan. And it's wheat gluten or gluten, and it's kind of a staple in Asian cultures and food, and you can find it in Buddhist restaurants as kind of a meat substitute.
Really? Okay.
So it has kind of a chewy texture, and it kind of resembles meat, and some vegetarians, it's like so close to meat that it's a little weird to them if they're, kind of don't want to avoid meat, but they have to remember it's just a wheat protein.
All right.
And it's also a really great absorber of flavors. So we kind of use it in different ways. We make like sausages out of it. And it's just kind of how you spice it.
Okay.
So one of our prep cooks, Adrian here, has mixed up the start of the seitan.
Hey Adrian, how you doing? Thanks for coming in today.
Hi.
So that's it. That's what you're mixing right now?
Yeah, that's correct. It's actually just gluton flour with the starch removed, which kind of gives it that sticky texture that kind of creates the meat element to it. So we've got it on our menu, and we cook it for about 45 minutes in a soy stock. Okay. And then we pull it out, and we'll typically slice it thinly, and it'll wind up looking like this in the Philly cheesesteak.
Well, with that, it looks like bread, but with that let me see that looks fantastic. That's something I'm going to be trying as soon as we're done filming here.
Yeah, that's a very popular one. So we also have use it in another form. We don't have it on the menu, but as a special, we do what's called a sloppy owl. It's our version of a sloppy Joe sandwich. So there's just a lot of different ways to prepare seitan.
All right.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello.
Are you talking about seitan?
I believe we have Prince in the house. Or should I call you the artist formerly known as Prince, or the symbol, or what are we going by?
I'm no longer called the artist formerly known as Prince. I've got a normal name now. It's just Prince. I was going through some weird stuff a while back and became a Jehovah's Witness and a vegetarian. So
Okay.
I was deeply, deeply moved to learn that a treasured vegetarian restaurant like the Green Owl Cafe would dabble in the black arts and serve anything on the menu named Satan.
Oh, okay. It's not Satan or it's not Satan related at all. And I was telling Ryan earlier that it actually has kind of a bad name. It's Seitan. It's Seitan, not Satan at all. So it has nothing to do with the Lord of the Underworld.
Okay, so there's no Satan in the Seitan? Or no Satan-related dishes served at your restaurant?
No, not at all. You're totally safe.
So as a God-fearing rock star celebrity can eat at your restaurant without fear of troubling the gods?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we do have something on the menu called devil wings, but I can assure you they're just called that because they're like spicy, like unchicken wings. So you're safe there too.
I'm not so sure. I mean, look at this guy. He looks like a devil worshiper.
Oh no. He's Adrian. He's our cook. He's the father of twins. He's a very nice guy. You don't have to worry.
All right.
Maybe you'd like to try our sloppy owl sandwich. Maybe you could sort of test if you like that. See if you'll try the green owl. It's a little sloppy.
Try it with a French fry.
True to its name. What do you think?
I think
very
that means
good.
Prince likes it.
Wow.
That's
Well-
great.
Well, I really hope you'll stop by the Green Owl.
Next time I'm in Madison with my band, I'll make sure I stop by. Just cut out the God bashing, okay?
Right. We really didn't mean anything about God with the whole. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, not really going for a holy war at all. The important thing is Prince likes the Green Owl food, and that's what we wanted. No Satan, no devil worshiping. They have the devil wings, that's because they're hot. And it's not Satan, it's Seitan.
Seitan.
Even spelled differently.
Right.
And it's fantastic. I am really excited to try some of that. And that's just a couple of the menu items that the Green Owl has for people, correct?
Absolutely. And we are going to have, coming up is Schenk's Corners Fest.
Okay.
It's right outside the Green Owl, and we will have our sloppy owl sandwiches. So it's a music fest, so you can stop by, Prince, if you want to play.
All right.
And you can have a sloppy owl
Groovy.
sandwich.
Groovy.
Jam session. Now, I gotta ask, you brought this along. What's this little guy we have here today?
This is the type of kombucha that we have. We have a lot of strange sounding words.
Seitan and kombucha in the restaurant show today.
That's right. So this is Tapawat kombucha, and it comes from Door County. So it's a fermented tea. It's very probiotic. It's very good for you. We usually have several different flavors going on. So
Okay.
you should try that too.
Sounds good. And we do want to mention that for those of you watching at home, make sure you mention that Prince stopped by today. He was our guest celebrity, and you're going to get a free dessert with the purchase of 2 entrees as well over at the Green Owl. Adrian, thank you very much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Jenny, as always, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Ryan.
Prince, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back with more of the restaurant show in just a minute. Thank all of you for tuning into the restaurant show this week. We also want to thank all of our restaurants for stopping by. Make sure you stay tuned to CW all week long to learn some of the best places to eat here in Madison and the surrounding areas. It's the restaurant show here on CW 57, so you can eat the best, forget the rest.